Welcome back to my channel. It's Sherry. Today I am going to work with Gummiapan's motorcycle from the side, and also the cracks. These were new for July, I think it was, and these are called small cracks. And I'm going to do it on a birthday card. I have a lot of motorcycle lovers, and you can't find motorcycle cards as often as you want, and I figured I'm going to create one. So I'm not going to use this smaller crack. I'm going to use the larger crack. If I'm understanding this, I think this will fall out because I was looking the way the cut is and everything, and that's what I'm intending it for to be. So I'm going to be coloring in the spectrums in its earth brown blend and dark red blends for the motorcycle. And I started cutting out pieces so I would have a start of it. I'm going to use Park Lane iridescent paper to make the chrome on the motorcycle and make it more three-dimensional. So the card that I'm going to be working with is a tent fold, and it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, I think. Yep. And then this paper I got from Temu a while ago, and it's just one of them. It's real flimsy paper to put, but I wanted a map or something, and they had plenty of maps to look for the motorcycle. I don't know if Temu has it. I haven't bought anything. I think I placed one order. So I cut down my card to make a tent fold card. It's 8 1/4, cut it in 8 1/2, I mean, cut it in half is 4 1/4. That way you can get 2 tent cards, because it would be 11, because you can get it at 5 1/2, is it? Yeah, 5 1/2. So it's 11, and it will make a really nice tent fold. Then this was maybe, I'm thinking it was close to 5 inches. It's 4 by 5 and 5 1/2, I mean. But I cut this down to, let me think here. I didn't cut this width because it's already short for the 4 1/4, but I have something in mind. I cut this down to 5 and a little less than 5/8. It's maybe 5 3/8, I think it was. And then this piece I want to lay on top, I cut it at 3 inches by same, that I can lay this on top, just to cover because I want to have this like a little margin, and just so it covers a little bit over this edge that you don't see it, and that they'll match up together on my card. So that's my plan. And I cut the motorcycle out, and I've been trying to piece these pieces together. So first I did the mirrored card, that's the foot kickstand, and I snipped. What's really nice is you can just take an X-Acto knife and cut at the spots. I'll show you then. Then I took solid black for the tires, and I figured I would do the seat in black. Then I cut this in white cardstock because I'm going to color it. Oh, and I put the foot peg too. So these are tiny pieces to work with so that you understand. But I like working with the tiny pieces and that. And I just want to show you what I do. So I had to think a little bit on what pieces needed cut and where I'm going to lay them. So before I do any gluing, I'm just going to lay my pieces out here. So I'm going to make this the base piece of it. So once I have it all glued, then I can be able to adjust it to where I want it on the card. So I kept the seat connected because I'm going to lay the black one on top. But the saddlebag, and this is part of the motorcycle, and this, but I'm gonna have to trim. I'll show you. That's why I left the rest up here, so you would see what else I'm trimming on this. And I need to get my cutting mat. I use a cutting mat to trim these. So first I'm going to do is, I'm gonna do some coloring. So I'm gonna do the saddlebag first. So I'm just taking the lightest brown, and I'm just gonna go over it like this. And I have no rhyme or reason of how I color. I told you this before. And I just want to make sure that I don't go into this, the tail end of the fender. Okay. Now, I want to do the strap on the saddlebag a little bit darker. So I'm going to just tightly go in here like this to add a little bit of depth. Now I'm going to take the medium brown and I'm going to go in here where it's creased. And I'm going to go over a little bit in here and a little bit in here and under here. And what's really nice is where they have it showing for the detail, you can follow those lines. And I'm going to go with this medium brown here too, and here, up around, and here. That you can color, you can follow by coloring it. A little bit in here, just to make it look round. Then I'm going to take my light brown again, and I'm going to go down over everything to blend it a little bit. Now you're going to see this little piece here. I didn't, because I figured I'd use that as the tail light. I'm thinking that's what it is. Now, it's okay if I get, because I have that black piece to put on the seat. But so now I'm going to use the light red, and I'm going to go with that tail light. And also I'm going to go up here for the back of the, like I said, I just want to be careful around the, it's okay if I get a little bit on the seat because that's fine. I'm going to use the medium, and I'm going to go around the back here to add more shape into it, and go a little bit here, create a roundness, and maybe make this a little more redder. And what I want to do here is I'm going to take this medium red and just go around here to add shape to my tank. Go around here like this. Because when I use the lighter red, you'll see how it will fill it in and everything. And I also decided I'm going to try to figure out how to cut this, because I wanted the light to have a little bit. I'm probably going to snip out this too. And also these are going to be red. I know I'm messy, but we'll be trimming this, so it's fine. I'm going to go underneath here like this with this back piece, because this is more shaded. Same way with underneath here. I'm just figuring how the light would hit this and everything. Okay, now I'm going to fine cut these too, because I want to leave these chrome, but I want the grippers on the handle that you hang on to the handlebars, and I'm going to do them in a medium brown. I don't know how far I'm cutting with it, but I'm just going to color all the way up. Like that. And once I start cutting everything apart, it will make more sense. So I need to snip this off. And like I said, Gummy Pan has it that they're so easy to put together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay that piece right on here, on top of there. I'm going to just start gluing pieces down, and you'll see the motorcycle start taking its shape and everything. These motorcycles are cute. I made a Christmas one and it really came out cute. When I first cut it out, I had to figure out what, I knew this was a tailpipe and everything, and I had to figure out which was what. And, whoops. And cutting out everything, when I first cut it out, I had to figure out what parts of the motorcycle it was looking like. But after I was looking and started trimming, I was like, yeah. So I made this like part of the engine and everything that you can see on a motorcycle. Hey, I'm no professional motorcycle person, so I'm just playing here. So I'm gonna cut this at this, maybe the second notch. I'm just trimming there. And I'm gonna just dab a little glue on here and take this. And I have to use my tweezers because these are so fine to work with. But this is what makes these cards so beautiful, with the fine detail. And that's what has me so hooked on them, the dies with Gummy Pan. I love the detail and how original they make everything. And your mind is at no limit to doing anything that you want to do by making these three-dimensional. They really pop. Okay. It's a little slippy because of the holographic paper. So I'm gonna just keep showing you here. Okay. And I'm gonna clip this one. Clip this one this way. Okay. And it looks like a hot mess right now, but till we get this together, hopefully it will be the way I imaged it in my mind. And make it more realistic looking. You could probably watercolor these to make them look really cool looking too. Like if you cut it out on watercolor paper and just painted it, the small details. And the way they are grooved and everything, they are like a coloring book to follow in the lines of it. It's just the way you snip them out and everything. It's all so easy to get it to work. For me it is anyways. Okay, so I want to keep this piece and I'm going to snip out this as the light. Okay. Now, before I put this piece down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this one yellow, that the light is on. And it may not look it well, it doesn't look good that way. I'm going to use the darker yellow of this. Yeah, there we go. And it don't matter that I'm going outside the line because, so this is Citrus Blend. And we're just going to tap this in here. And put this in here like this. But the chrome is still showing. Okay. And I'm going to take the wheel that I cut in black only. And line it up to where it belongs. And that's good. And then the back tire, I'm gonna glue that on. And I still want the tailpipe to show, so I have that underneath there. And then the seat. I'm going to glue on to here. And there the motorcycle is complete. And I think it looks pretty cool like that. That's what I was looking at. I was trying to figure out how to color it. I didn't know if I should color in here, you know, keep all the pieces. But then I thought, well, the engine and everything else that they have in there is, I had to look up real motorcycles to see what they look like. But that's the motorcycle. So as we continue, I didn't need my cutting map. I was able to snip it. All right. So, oops, sorry. I'm going to now take the card, since I have that all complete. And I want to clean this off for a second. This is just rubbing alcohol because I got a little bit of red on there. And I don't want to get it on my piece. All right. So the first thing that I want to do is now figure out. So I'm going to lay it out like this because I know it's going to come out a little bit. But I know the motorcycle. I want him to look like he's coming out of the cracks. I might be tucking him in a little bit too. Not sure. But going out like that. So I have to put the crack about right there. I'm just eyeballing it. There's no rhyme or reason. The way I do things, I told you before, I'm just go with the flow of, oops, I'm going to use my marquees, but I don't want a well-loved folder. I want to keep it so it doesn't mark my paper a little bit. So I'm just holding it, and I'm going to crank it through with my marquees. And I shouldn't use the long folder, but this was my straightest one that I had. And look at that. And now it added like it was broken away and everything. These cracks are beautiful. I mean, they could do cute things with Easter eggs or anything. You could keep this piece too and have it too. I might keep that because I might think of something to use there. Okay, so now I want to shade it a little bit. So I'm going to use my brown gray number 2, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow these crevices in here like this every so often, wherever the crack is showing, just to break up a little bit of the whiteness of it. and it will look like he broke through the white wall. Then I'm going to take my marker from underneath, and I'm going to color the inside here to add a little more dimension also. And I'm getting excited. Color Me Nordic, it will be shipping me free of charge, because I'm going to be doing Gummy Pans Christmas, and that will be at the end of October, and I will be receiving it, but will not be starting this until December 1st, the Advent calendar. She was generous enough to give me 4 sets altogether, but I will be having a giveaway for the goodie set and also the Advent, and stay tuned, and you can win this set. They are limited editions. They do not repeat them, and they are really beautiful. I am very thankful that Color Me Nordic is sponsoring me on this, and like I said, it is really unique how they all have them, the dies that are done with this. Okay, so now that I decided, I'm definitely going to make sure that this edge is closer, so I'm going to glue this one down first, because I want to make sure I have a margin. Let me crease this a little bit harder too. Okay. And I'm going to glue this. Like I said, this is like typing paper that this paper is. And I like the patterns and everything, but it is like an odd shape, but it's a nice filler to use on your cards by this way. So before I make a commitment, I'm kind of eyeballing up where I want to put this, because I want the margin about the same, and see how there's more over here, but that's where I'm gonna fill in here to make the difference on it. Okay, so now what I was thinking was I want to make him come out of here like this. Which, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to glue around this hole. I'm just going to glue in here along these edges, because I want to be able to put that motorcycle in a little bit, and that I can manipulate it to look like it's coming out. Okay, and then I can tuck it in here like that. Okay, and it looks like he's going out to see the world. He's breaking out of a wall to go see the world. All right, I'll be right back. I need to figure out the happy birthday sentiment that I'm putting on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the sentiment I got from my mini die medallion from Diamond Press. This is one of my favorites, and I kind of wanted to layer it with red and black. And here's a little tip: if you want to keep your card matching, just use your markers, put it on white cardstock. You can make it any color that you want, and it will match your dies in perfect way. So I think I'm going to put the red on top of the black and just offset it up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it down here, And I'm going to put the glue on my part right here. I just use it because it's easier for me to dab it, and for these fine details of and it kind of takes off the excess of the glue and don't create a mess. And I'm just gonna go over like this. I'm gonna start at one end and maneuver it in, because sometimes the dies get wonky when you cut them. They stretch at different spots and just don't want to have it stretchy. Okay, so, oops, sorry, keep giving you a ride there. I'm gonna put this, I think I'm putting it in here like this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go back to this again, gluing on my hand. And once this dries, it peels off. Remember when you were in elementary school and you used to make fake skin? Well, I did. I used to do it as a kid, and it was entertaining as a child, and I guess I'm gonna still continue doing it at the age of 60, playing with glue on my hands. But I'm not entertaining, trying to make fake skin. I don't know if I should put that in the center or keep it over. Let me see. Do I want to keep it in the center and run it off? Yeah, I think I do. Bring it down a little. I might not stick that motorcycle all the way in either, now that I'm looking at it. And just gonna go around. Dab it. Just little spots here. And like I said, these dies have so much detail. You can see in the back. They're easy to watercolor too also. It's like a coloring book, I think, when you work with them. I think I'm gonna have it like this, that it broke out. And I'm keeping it flat, but with the, to make it look more dimensional, I think it finishes it off. And there is a cute little card for a birthday that someone that loves to drive a motorcycle, and they would be so tickled. Clean and simple, I think anyways. And I like I love this crack in the motorcycle. The detail on the motorcycle is fantastic. But so leave a comment, and thank you for watching my channel. I really appreciate it. I am getting more subscribers. I really thanks for you giving me thumbs up. It helps me so greatly. It's free of charge. Same with subscribing to my channel. It's free, and I hope that I share some of my ideas. The dies did come from Gummiapan, but Color Me Nordic. She has a website that I will link below, and she does wonderful with fast shipping. And I'm gonna get some more. I did a haul. I'm trying to use up what I did on my haul to show some of my ideas. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you be creative today. Bye bye.